You may. We are ready. Put your mic down. Yes, dear. Clean your teeth. Take your glasses. Good afternoon. It's February 24th and 3:30. Welcome to the Lorain County Board of Commissioners meeting. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Commissioner Moore,
here.
Commissioner Gallagher,
Here.
Commissioner Riddell.
Here.
We have a quorum. Under resolutions number 1, investments,
Move to approve. Second.
discussion. Commissioner Moore,
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher.
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Number 2, appropriations,
Move to approve. Second.
discussion. Commissioner Gallagher,
Aye.
Commissioner Moore,
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Number 3, transfers,
Move to approve. Second.
discussion. Commissioner Moore,
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher,
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Number 4, advances, repayments, there were none. Number 5, requisitions,
Move to approve.
Second.
discussion.
Yeah, item number 434. We had a meeting last week at the Visitors Bureau meeting. Back, I think, in the first 30 days, I was a commissioner in 2001. I kind of voted no on this back then in regards to the Visitors Bureau building and financing the property over there on Route 58. That building somehow, Gary Gibbs did a good job at trying to find all the records when we came in here a few years ago. We can't seem to find too much, but I remember the bonding. We created a port authority, and the first thing they did, and that's why I voted no, is they created a port authority to help businesses out, but then the port authority ended up loaning money to themselves, to another government agency, which I felt that was inappropriate. That's not why that port authority was formed. And here it is, 25 years later, and we still owe money on it. I think there was, Karen would probably know, I think they refinanced or did something again, I don't know. But what we did find out is that we do have money in that account. It's a bed tax, and we decided at the meeting that we're going to be paying $100,000 a month for the next 5 months, and then ask for a payoff on the bond. And that is what item 434 is all about, where you see the $540,000. That is coming from account number 8016, which is the Visitors Bureau's bed tax account. So that building sat empty for a lot of years, and it was, as everybody saw it kind of looked like a Space Odyssey looking building. But with working with Children's Services, we thought that would be a perfect location instead of coming into this building on the 3rd floor for those children that need to have supervised visits with their families. We felt that was more appropriate. They agreed. The Visitors Bureau made an agreement to rent that property out to the agency, and they are now open. I know Commissioner Gallagher worked on this year, I think, on Lorain County Pride Day, right? Or was it the
Lorain County Beautiful
Day? And you guys ended up doing a lot of work out there too. So that's what the $540,000 there. It'll be. I know Casey, you're going to call and get a payoff on the bond issue when we get to the last part. Correct.
That's correct. Yep.
So that's just when you saw that. That's what that's all about. So.
Anything further?
Nope.
Commissioner Moore,
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell,
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher.
Aye.
Number 6, travel,
Move to approve.
Second.
discussion. Commissioner Riddell,
Aye.
Commissioner Moore,
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher.
Aye.
7, bills,
We have 3 pages today. This is page 1 of 3. Page 2. Page 3. Move to approve pages 1, 2, and 3.
Second.
discussion. Commissioner Moore,
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher.
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Number 8, county commissioners may recess an executive session, consider the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of a public employee or official, along with any other matters as specifically identified by motion in accordance with the Ohio Revised Code 121.22G1 through 8. Unless expressly stated otherwise, during executive session, matters discussed in executive session are designated by the county commissioners as confidential. Because of the confidentiality of such matters is necessary for the proper conduct of government business, any disclosure outside of executive session is prohibited by Ohio Revised Code 102.03B. While in executive session, the county commissioners may discuss and deliberate at the matters at issue, but no votes may be taken until open session resumes.
I guess we'll be going into exec, correct, Don? Okay.
Public comment on agenda items.
Yeah, we have one on agenda item number 13, William Zimmerman. I think that's the only comment we got in regards to agenda items. Agenda item number 13 is authorizing flooring renovations at the Lorain County Drug Task Force. That's what that's regards to. Thought I'd share you or save you some time.
William Zimmerman, Avon Lake. So as you indicate, it's about flooring that's going to be put in for the task force. My questions have to deal with, was this in the original budget that everybody was complaining and trying to rework and where money was getting cut? Or is this a new item that's been added just recently because of this area needs some kind of flooring put in to make it feel better, look better, work better? I have no idea, none of these. Those are the questions that I have. I don't understand. If it was in the old budget, why would we be giving them money for it now?
Okay. Those questions will be answered when we get to it. Thank you.
Thanks.
I believe that was the only one.
That was the only one in regards to
Agenda items.
agenda items.
Is there any old business?
Nope.
No. Board business number 9, approve and waive the reading of the county commissioners meeting minutes of February 13th.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Gallagher, or Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
10, enter an agreement with Spyglass Group LLC to audit the primary telecommunications services accounts. Audit will be seeking cost recovery, service elimination, cost reduction on voice, data, internet, cloud servicing, SaaS licensing, and mobility services.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Discussion. What account will that be pulled from, Casey?
Shoot, I think I might just turn it off. Let me get the confirmation on that. But that is, I believe this is entering into the agreement. This is a, this is a service that will be paid. We're looking for, essentially for maybe some dead phone lines that, or maybe unused phone lines, unused internet connections, whatnot. And then the fee is a percentage of the, whatever those savings are. Those would be the
Okay.
expense for this.
So we
It
don't
is coming-
expect, we
this
don't
is-
expect a net charge to the general fund.
Correct. But these are coming, this is an expense. Ultimately, when we do pay the vendor, it will be out of the general fund. But ultimately, this should lead to a net savings for the general
Okay.
fund.
Anything further? Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Children's Services, 11, authorize and rescind various personnel to utilize the agency's MasterCard for the year 26, not to exceed 2,500, in accordance with the Ohio Revised Code and their permissible policy.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Engineer, 12, award and enter in a contract with Messingberg Brothers, Inc. of Collins, Ohio, in the amount of $136,832.50 for the 26 Highway Department materials. 6 bids were received on February 6th, this being the most responsive complying with specifications, and 1 bid was non-responsive. This will be paid out of the engineer materials account.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion.
I don't know, Bob would like to add anything to this, or?
No, this is just our annual highway materials aggregates that we use for our different road and bridge projects.
Okay.
Great to have all those bids.
Anything further? Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Sheriff, 13, authorized flooring renovations to Lorain County Drug Task Force Office, Elyria, to be to be performed by Empire Today, Twinsburg, in the amount of $7,918.62. This is to accommodate the increased personnel now occupying the building. And I received a letter from,
I move to approve. Oh, no, no. So moved. Thank you.
yes,
Second.
discussion.
Discussion. Okay, you want to discuss with the letter we received from the sheriff's office?
So the sheriff dated February 13th I'm writing respectfully request that the Lorain County Board of Commissioners deny the proposed resolution authorizing payment to Empire Today for service of Lorain County DTF. The total amount is $7,918, and we intend to cover this expense using funds from the Law Enforcement Trust Fund.
So in order to not use general fund money, if the commissioners turn this down, the sheriff can use other account, correct?
Correct.
That's the letter that we received. Okay.
Anything further?
No.
Commissioner Moore,
I'll be voting no.
Mr. Gallagher,
No.
Mr. Riddell,
No.
County Administrators.
We have no report, no report.
I have no report. Board correspondence.
Move to waive the reading of the board correspondence.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Riddell,
Aye.
Mr. Gallagher,
Aye.
Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Is there any new business?
I don't have any? No? Okay.
Public comment.
Yeah, Mr. Zimmerman, would you like to come back up since I got you on top here? Hopefully that answered your question from the previous, so.
It did.
Okay.
Good afternoon, William Zimmerman. So, there's been discussions about trying to regenerate the 6119 in Avon Lake. We've told you it's dead, because we've killed it. We're not gonna have an agreement to go with the commissioners in Lorco and Avon Lake. We don't find that to be good business for the citizens of Avon Lake. But from my take of attending these meetings, what you're doing now over on the west side by Vermillion, giving Shook a ton of money to try to find a place to build a plant and a line. And I find it interesting that some of that land's owned by Mr. Resar, who has made several campaign contributions to the commissioner's offices. And so my question becomes, is there a conflict of interest? Is there a quid pro quo going on citizens don't know about? I don't think this is the place that we would begin to trust you in regards to these matters. I don't think that trying to force it down Vermillion's throat, which is what the mayor of Vermillion is saying, that he's unaware of any of this. He's not going to tie in. He's still trying to work a deal with other people. So I don't understand if this isn't part of the 6119, that all of a sudden you guys were putting that out there. And so I have reservations again. Most of the citizens of this county don't trust you. And I think, as you hear small applause and some yeahs and all of that, this is a small representation. I really think that you need to be understanding of that. My last statement will be is, we all know the Three Stooges, but do we know the three corrupt politicians in Lorain County?
Nicola Mill.
Good afternoon. My name's Nicola Mill. I'm a Lorain County resident and a mother in a domestic relations case 20NU 088119. I am here today to formally place this board on notice regarding serious concerns about how child support enforcement mechanisms are being used in my case and whether proper administrative safeguards are in place within county-operated agencies. In my case, court-appointed guardian ad litem fees were treated and enforced as though they were child support obligations. As a result, wage garnishments and enforcement actions were initiated through child support channels. However, GAL fees are court costs. They are not statutory child support. Additionally, enforcement actions were initiated based on a magistrate's decision that had not been adopted and signed through a final journalized judicial entry. My concern is not judicial discretion. My concern is whether county enforcement agencies are verifying that a final signed order exists before initiating wage withholdings and enforcement actions. I am also aware of a separate case number within the same court system in which a parent was advised that similar enforcement mechanisms may be used to compel compliance with non-support financial obligations. This raises broader concerns about whether enforcement categories are being applied consistently and within statutory authority. Furthermore, when non-support obligations are enforced through child support mechanisms, it raises a constitutional concern. In the Ohio Constitution, it prohibits imprisonment for civil debt. If court fees are classified as child support, parents may be exposed to contempt sanctions and potential incarceration for what would otherwise be a civil debt. This is not simply about my individual case. This is about administrative integrity and fiscal oversight. The Child Support Enforcement Agency operates at the county level, and it is funded and overseen through county administration. I respectfully request that this board review oversight protocols to ensure non-support obligations are not being classified as enforced or enforced as child support, and confirm that enforcement actions require a properly journalized judicial order. Ensure internal controls exist to prevent improper wage garnishments and misallocation of payment. Improper classification and enforcement expose not only parents but potentially the county to liability and compliance concerns. I am asking for transparency, lawful enforcement practices, and reasonable oversight. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for
Thank
coming
you.
in. Sandra Jensen?
Good afternoon. Sandra Jensen, 617 Lafayette Boulevard, Sheffield Lake. I work at the Job and Family Services. I've been there 10 years under the same job classification. I'm currently intake for Adult Protective Services. I make $17.77 an hour. I'm also in my 19th year as a school board member. And in 2009, contract negotiations between the teachers and us was going very, very poorly. And like you, the board, myself, the board, set our people to do our bidding. Tensions on both sides became really, really tense. Dan Petticord's children attended the district at the time. Maybe he remembers this. The union and community demanded that all 5 board members get to the table. However, we continued to let our people speak for us. Finally, not wanting a strike, all 5 of us went to the table. I recall 2 non-productive sessions. In fact, one time the board just walked away. We took some deep breaths. We met off-site. We ordered pizza, and we hammered out a contract. And the strike was averted. And I'm very proud to have done the right thing. And since then, negotiations have gone much better. And I'm here today to urge all of you to take a breath, take a seat at the table, and do the right thing. Right now we're in a strike, and we need to put it to rest. Thank you.
No,
And if-
thank you.
Thank you.
I do have a copy of the
Nadine?
old Avon Lake Press article written.
Nadine Plavich?
And,
Plavich?
It's just kind of, if that what you want for the public record, it tells everything. I'll just leave it right here.
If you can bring it up here, that'd be great. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Commissioners.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Nadine Plavsich, 2456 Larkmore Street, Lorain, Ohio. As a resident of Lorain County, I am very concerned for its citizens. The strike at Lorain County Department of Job and Family Services is disrupting critical services for our community. Understaffing, low pay have made it hard to attract new workers and to keep the experienced members of our workforce. These workers provide essential services to the most vulnerable members of our community, the children, the families, and the senior citizens. We have been without a contract since September, and the current offer doesn't address the real cost of living or competitive wages in other counties. A fair deal benefits everyone. It retains experienced staff, maintains service quality, and shows respect for your public employees who proudly serve Lorain County every day. As a resident of Lorain County, I urge you to return to the bargaining table. Ending the strike soon could be a win for Lorain County's budget, its employees, and its residents. Today, the union has filed unfair labor practice charges against you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Kim Poland.
Hi, Kim Poland, 44625 Russia Road. Coming to speak briefly about the opposition from the residents about the mega site, the sewers. Residents have been told that you have specific key stakeholders and supporters of these projects. We've seen it in your presentations, that sort of thing. I would like to see proof of their support in writing. So if there's any way I can get that from you, that would be awesome. So we can see if this is fact or not. In the presentation, Northeast Ohio mega site, Lorco's listed as a primary petitioner and key supporter, and we've seen their letter come out that that's not true. Same with Vermillion, as was already noted. It's hard to believe that supporters can be listed and get $67.4 million for it, but yet we're finding out that they're not really key supporters. So I'd like to see that in writing. The residents have repeatedly shown proof of our opposition, so we want to see your proof of your support. Opposition with signs in yards, emails, attending meetings. The online petition was signed by over 5,000 individuals. There were over 4,000 that were confirmed to be Lorain County residents. It was brought to my attention after the Planning Commission meeting that one of the commissioners had noted that our online petition didn't hold any value because it's online. However, Dave Greenspan has explained to us numerous times that the county strategic plan spells out that the residents want this because of an online survey that was taken. The survey, I took the survey, I'll admit, I took the survey, one of them. Nowhere in the survey does it say, do you want a mega site or sewers? It was just general information about what you wanted to see in the county. So as a way to show more proof, we as residents we've gotten written signatures. We would like to see your proof. We want to see it in writing. Our petition does read that people are signing throughout the whole county. It's long, but the asking is, we would ask that the $67.4 million be sent back to the state and or reallocated to be used in a way that truly benefit Lorain County residents and in such a way that is wanted by the residents. Number two, for the county to stop making areas of Lorain County shovel-ready for unwanted development. And three, allowing our zoning rules and land use plans to regulate what the residents and townships want. We're asking you to follow that, and we've looked at it, it's not being done. Finally, I'd like to bring up public records requests. I've put in a few public records requests. They've gotten forwarded to the county prosecutor's office. Just trying to look for some information. I'm getting no results. We've gotten a lot of requests, and that's it. They don't respond to me again. I keep following up. I'm not getting any. I did get response from one, and they said there was nothing to give me, even though I know there is a document there to be given to me. So I'm not sure why the requests are not being fulfilled, if that's something you guys can look into, because it's reflecting on you guys if we're not getting the information that we're looking for. So just as a whole, we need to know the truth, and I think we deserve to know the truth.
Okay, thanks, Kim.
Thank you.
Chad? Or Kaba? I don't know if I said that. Okay, or Kaba. Thank you.
My name is Chad Arcaba. I live at 6240 Russia Road, South Amherst, Ohio. I represent Arcaba Farms, fourth generation on that farm. My sons are the fifth. By your actions as commissioners in regards to the West Side Sewer Project, you have all chosen to turn your back on Ohio's largest industry, agriculture. Not only have you turned your back on the industry, you've chosen to turn your back on all the businesses, families, and friends of agriculture in Lorain County that have devoted several generations and lifetimes of work to live the rural way of life. You are actively threatening to destroy our livelihoods, our families, and our lands that the Lord above has entrusted us to care for. I come today with a message from the agriculture community in Lorain County, who, Commissioner Moore told, if you don't like it, you can just move.
I never did.
We are united against you. Our farms were here long before you, and our farms will remain here long after you're gone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, usually Brian runs up. Dave Roberts? Oh, okay. Hey, Brian. Should give you a better heads up. You're usually good at getting up here, so.
Brian Baker, 49822 Greystone Drive, Amherst, Ohio, but Brownhelm Township. At the end of the February 13th meeting, we had an editorial that talked about why we needed the sewer lines we had to clean up Vermilion, we had to get all that waste out to the lake. And to my beknownst, and I'm going to ask Teresa to enter this into record to the minutes tonight, but February 17th, Mayor Rusty Owens said he's had plenty of talks with the commissioners, has not committed. He's still talking to Lorain. He's talking to Erie County. My question is, if we're banking on these pieces, as Ms. Poland said, and also Lorco, their executive director, and I'll submit that for the record today too, these are our partners supposed to be doing all this, but they're saying now that they didn't do it. And I guess what she's asking is 100% right, is did they say they were going to commit to you? And I know Mr. Forthover did, because I was here at the meeting that day, but I don't think the new mayor has. And I've seen the new mayor in Brownhelm. I've seen the new mayor at New Russia. I've seen him all around, and I think he's paying attention, and I don't know if he's getting spooked or what it is, but there's an issue here. And we need to know that, is because that plant, if you build it, it's a couple $100 million probably to build that plant. And we're going to go to access that plant, and we're going to say we're going to do it for EPA reasons, most likely because we're in a consent decree there. But the mayor's saying that he doesn't agree, and he was surprised as the announcement that came out of here on that Friday. So I do have concerns with that. The other question I didn't put down, but Dave, you made a comment that day that we gave funds to Brownhelm Township, and I might get this wrong, it's either a mission or revision to write their land use plan. You said that we gave funds.
Yeah, we gave like $7,000 to
Can you
Brownhelm.
tell me what account that might have came out of? Because when we were at the Brownhelm meeting, we were told there that there was no funds that came from the county to help them assist. It was all being paid for in Brownhelm. So I'd like to know where that money might have came from, if you could tell me.
I'll have Casey look on
Okay.
that for you. All right.
And my last one, and
I'll get it
everybody
to you,
knows,
too. You still never got it? Casey? That was last summer. Remember, that was like last summer, right?
okay,
Are you looking right now?
okay.
I'll make a note.
Okay.
And my last one, Dave,
Auditor
me and
does
you've
take a
known
while.
each other for years. You know, I
yeah.
come out of the labor side. And when I went to D.C., I was the management side of the negotiation table. So I sat on both sides of this table. And what I will tell you is no agreement will ever get done if you're not sitting at the table. So I would encourage you guys to go back to the table, sit down and work through this for the betterment of Lorain County residents. And I went through some tough times too on both sides. And at the end of the day, let's go in the room, let's work it out, and let's put these people back together. Because I think a lot of the money at Job and Family Service, Children's Service are a lot of pass-through. And for me sitting in these meetings, I listen to it. And I see Chris Cabot come up here and say, this is a pass-through, TANA funds, whatever it is. So in our reality is when we're negotiating, it's not even county money, it's federal and state money that we're passing through. So could we just sit down at the table, try to work through this? I think it's best for the county, and we get rid of the negative that's in the paper, and maybe we get some economic development to come to town. So with that,
Hey,
thank you
thanks,
very
Brian.
much for your time.
Thanks, Brian.
Oops. Otis Lovejoy. Otis Lovejoy.
My name's Otis Lovejoy. I live at 335 Oxford Avenue in Elyria. I'm talking about the Lorain County Job and Family Services issue. First off, I'd like to read what another one of our workers wanted to say, but they didn't really feel comfortable getting up here. So it says, Commissioners, I come before you today to ask a simple question. What is $1? $1 equals an extra $80 a pay, or $160 per month for JFS employees. That equals $1,920 a year. I'm sure your mortgages are more than that per month. For a JFS employee, $160 a month could mean paying an electric bill or providing healthy meals for their families. $160 per month your assistance as director of JFS makes that in 3 hours. Your director at JFS makes that in 2 hours and 15 minutes. $160 a month. You wouldn't even notice that, but JFS employees, they will. Stop squabbling and start bargaining. Now, that wasn't my words, all right? But that's how they feel. Now, as far as myself, I've gotten to the point where I find it hard to come up here and look you gentlemen in the eye. Over the years, I've come up here a couple of times, and I've always said how much I've respected your positions. But then you guys release videos where you slander us and talk about how we're asking for $5,000 a month. We didn't do that. So it's just the little TikTok army, it's not working for us. All we want to do is negotiate. And I challenge any of you three, try to live off of what we make. I feel like you're out of touch. I'm glad that you make the money you make and that you have a nice style of living. But what about the rest of us? Where's our American dream? That's it.
Okay, thanks, Otis.
Thank you.
Yeah, Kevin, it's kind of Machovia. Sorry, the last three letters are kind of straight lines, sorry.
Yep. It's my handwriting, not your reading.
Mine's neither good either. So how do you say it, Kevin?
Kevin McAvina,
Okay.
268 South Lake Street, South Amherst. So in reference to the wastewater treatment plant and sewer down Baumhart, Commissioner Riddell, you claim that the EPA is pushing hard for this sewer to replace the septic systems in the area. Just a week and a half ago, you said the EPA, quote, the EPA wants to eventually eliminate the dumping of sewage, even treated sewage, into the creeks, rivers, and wants everything to be processed at the highest level and put into Lake Erie, hopefully at 1 or 2 spots. The EPA is for the installation of sewers in place of septic systems. That's true. But they are also for repair and replacement of failing systems as well. The EPA views properly managed septic systems as effective long-term options for wastewater treatment. Just look at their website and view the Septic Smart program. In Ohio, the EPA's primary focus is on failing systems. Through the Water Pollution Control Loan Fund, they have provided over $112 million to local health districts since 2016, and that fund is still funded through this current year as well. The sewage project is not necessary. It's not necessary for the residents who have sewage treatment processing already on their homes, who would have to pay possibly tens of thousands to convert those over, to decommission them, to get the sewer lines to run, and tap into them as well. It's not necessary for the residents. It's only necessary for your development project. It's not for the residents. Once again, the EPA views properly managed septic systems as effective long-term options for wastewater treatment. Commissioner Riddell, 2 years ago on January 8th in a meeting here, you said when explaining the $120 permit fee for septic systems for inspections to ensure that the systems are operational, you said, quote, going back some years ago, the septic tanks were not being adequately inspected. That led to some findings by the EPA which were harmful to Lorain County and its residents, and this is an effort to get all the septic systems operational so that we're not doing improper discharge to the ditches, which leads to the creeks, which leads to the rivers, which leads to the lake. So both you and the EPA appear to be in favor of proper inspection to ensure that septic systems are operational for the well-being of Lake Erie, and the sewer dam Baumhart and wastewater treatment plants are not necessary for the residents. Instead of developing or ruining farmland, as we see it, redevelop the brownfield areas that already exist. Elyria, Lorain, there are many areas in Lorain County that need your attention. Brownhelm and New Russia Township do not. We clearly do not need it, and we don't want it. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Kevin.
Thank you.
Andrea Barlow?
Andrea Barlow. I live in New Russia Township. I really didn't have much to say or planned. I'm just going off emotion right now. It's frustrating because, it's been said that we have a lot of misinformation about you guys. And I want to believe that. I do. I really want to fix this. I feel like we've got to come to some compromise. This is a mess. And if there is misinformation, please help us. I mean, this is, from our perspective, what we're seeing is $22+ million being spent to get a conditional loan for a sewer and for a wastewater treatment plant that we don't even want. You didn't even get approval for this mega site, and you're in bed with the devil called Team Neo Jobs Ohio, selling our land and promoting it like it's yours, and it's not. You've never even gotten permission to get it. So if there's misinformation, clear this up. And I also, it's not just that. All the funds we've got. The sheriff's department not having enough to pay for the FSA and for their lease or for their car leases, and the $1 million to find a site to put the wastewater treatment plant in the sewer, the $3 million for the engineer, oh my God, you guys, if I could give that money to you all right now, if I could give that money to you right now, I would give it to you. I would so give it to you. I mean, we're talking millions of dollars that can help these people right here who are hardworking, amazing human beings. They're not asking to be rich. They're not. They're asking for an honest, fair wage. I mean, I am a little bit impartial. I grew up in the UAW. My husband's in the UAW. I love these people. They are the purest, most wonderful people. And then the people who live in my township, at New Russia Township. This county is awesome. We have such amazing people in this county. Please see it. Please work with us. If there's misinformation, let us know. Fix this. I sincerely am asking to fix this. No more NDAs, no more any of the backdoor deals. I don't know what you're getting, but please, I mean, we're human beings. We're not just a line or a name. We're just not. We're humans.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Jim Calick.
Jim Kalick of 1004 Pile South Amherst Road in Oberlin. I'm coming today as a concerned Lorain County resident. I've been reading a lot about some of the issues that we're having here with our budget. So police vehicles being repossessed, the 4-H having budget cuts, the auditor's hours are slashed to 4 days a week. There's been accusations that employee health benefits are going unpaid. Turning Point Youth Shelter is closing, and we have Jobs and Family Services here today striking currently. All of this is happening while we've already spent over $1 million for the mega site, and while we're looking at spending over another $100 million for this sewer that everybody keeps talking about. We're finding the money for that, but we can't find the money for the basic services that are so important to this county. I'd much rather see my tax dollars going towards public safety, kids programs, county workers, and basic services before gambling on a project that the vast majority of these county residents do not want to see here. Now I have a new concern. So the zoning got shot down in New Russia, got denied for the mega site, but we're continuing to move forward with the sewer as if the zoning was approved. There's a $67 million grant that is tied to the sewer infrastructure that requires that a mega site end user is identified within 5 years. So if we don't identify an end user within 5 years, that means we're also going to be on the hook, not just for the $100 million that we are right now, but for another $67 million to pay back that grant.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Candace?
Good afternoon, Commissioners.
Good afternoon.
I'm here with JFS, and I'm here to say that I absolutely love what I do for a living. But it's incredibly sad that I can go to McDonald's or Costco and actually earn a living wage. I have a family to support. I'm not asking for the type of salaries you give to friends and people you owe favors for. I'm asking to be able to put a roof over my kid's head, feed them dinner, and be able to pay for our heat. The easy thing to say is, well, go work at one of these places to get the money that you want. But you see, Commissioners, I'm not passionate about flipping burgers. I'm not passionate about stocking shelves. I'm passionate about helping my community. I'm passionate about helping those who go unseen, unheard, who feel disrespected. I've been there before. And at the rate that things are going at JFS, I'm slowly making my way back there. My son is on Medicaid because I can't afford to put him on our health care. I want you guys to go back to the bargaining table. We're not asking to be rich, as you've heard. We're just simply asking to be able to make rent and feed our families. If you don't mind, I would like to read a thank you from one of my clients. Just want to say thank you. When my mom was trying to get my dad help in the nursing home, you went above and beyond helping her and talking her through each step of the process and what she needed to do. Your help was essential. Dad passed away 2 years ago today, but with the guidance you gave my mom in his last months, we didn't have to worry about him getting transferred elsewhere, and we could just spend time with him. Thank you so much for the work that you do. These are the things that we want. We want to help these people. We want to make their lives easier. Please go back to the table.
Thanks, Candace. Tammy McGinnis, sorry, Tammy.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Tammy McGinnis, 502 Vermont Road, Elyria, Ohio. At the February 10th meeting, Commissioner Moore, you talked about the amount of effort spent on the social media manufactured crisis with regards to the sheriff's cruisers. For clarity, could you advise us exactly how much effort you and $88 an hour Elise put into your diversionary video against JFS to take the focus off of your mismanagement? Let's tell the truth. JFS didn't demand remote work. We made a request that it be available so that people that couldn't go to the office would still be able to do their job. We didn't ask for a $5,000 cash bonus. We asked for retention bonuses so that we can keep our employees. And if your math is correct, we didn't ask for 26%. We asked for an increase of 8%, 8%, 8% per year over the 3-year contract period. That was a negotiating starting point. Maybe you guys don't really understand what negotiating is about. Because we've had multiple unsuccessful bargaining meetings. We went to mediation. You guys had an impartial third-party fact finder come in, and it's detailed in his name that he is a fact finder, although Mr. Rydell said it was his opinion. Now you're refusing to negotiate, and as Dave Moore said, you've moved on. You care about this county so much that you're allowing JFS to strike instead of raising their pay so that we don't qualify for benefits that we provide to our citizens. You don't want to pay our back pay? Well, our contract expired in September, and if you would have bargained fairly, expediently, and efficiently, we would have had a contract since that point, and you would have been paying those increases this whole time. We provided a service. We fulfilled our agreement, and now you're not willing to pay for those services? Get back to the table and give us a fair deal so we can get back to doing what we actually love, and that's caring about our community.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Tyler Brickman. Tyler? Okay, there.
Yo. I got something prepared I got to read, but Tammy went over most of it already, so. Tyler Brickman, 6703 Joppa Road, Vermillion. So good afternoon. My name is Tyler Brickman. I've been a farmer, I've been a soldier, and now I work for Lorain County. Integrity is important to me, and it's important to the people of Lorain County. So why are you lying to them about our demands? You said we demanded a $5,000 bonus, and that was a lie. You said we demanded a 26% increase in pay, and that was a lie. You said we demanded work from home. That was a lie. I know this because I'm on the bargaining committee. You did not attempt to bargain in good faith, but we did. The last best final offer was the same as your original offer. And it's clear to all of us in this room and everybody in Lorain County, you never intended on bargaining with us in the first place. These people are tired of hurting, and only you can make it right. So go back to the table like you are obligated to do and bring us a fair contract that addresses all of our wages. Thank you.
Thanks, Tyler.
Thank you.
Shauna Hatfield? Shauna? Is Shauna Hatfield here? Or? Oh, okay.
Shauna Hatfield, 352 Hickory Run in LaGrange. I am a resident of Lorain County, and I would just like to, what Candace said is true. We all love our jobs. That's why we're not at McDonald's, even though we would make more there. So my question and comments are, why do you refuse to negotiate with JFS? It's literally in your job description to do so. I have come to see firsthand that this situation is nothing but a game to you. You allowed a job to be posted for a starting wage $1.17 higher than what the current employee in that position makes, which is the amount of the raise that we asked for, $1 and change. For most, and that seems very spiteful and unprofessional and another move in what you think of as a game. Well, for a lot of people in this room, it's not a game, it's our lives. And you should be ashamed of yourselves for treating the livelihood of your employees like pawns in your game. Mr. Moore asked the sheriff for an apology for a manufactured crisis, AKA a lie. I think you all owe every citizen of the county an apology for all the lies you've told on social media and to the press. No more games. Go back to bargaining.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep. Sarah Noonan. Sarah? Sarah?
Did you say Sarah?
Sarah Noonan?
Noonan?
Yep.
Perfect. Hi, my name is Sarah Noonan. I'm at 1130 Hunting Hollow in Grafton. I'm also from Local 2000, OHAP. I work in Lorain and live in Lorain. I appreciate you giving me your full attention. When did politicians become self-serving and not serving the public? I'm here today to show support from Local 2192 in regards to the bargaining rights for a fair contract, which you hold so dearly to your heart. The basic core value we stride ourselves on are just the basics for a standard of life. I want to remind you of what those are. A livable wage, and I mean livable. Healthcare, which everyone here deserves to have either free or affordable, and that goes along with the wages. 67% of Americans don't have any savings of recourse for emergencies or inflation, and that includes those that are retired. Retirement, how can they save when you aren't willing to give? I had the opportunity to sit in with the executive board meeting of Children's Services and listen about how expensive it is for them to support children with costs. If you are all against giving a fair contract, then I challenge you all to switch jobs for a day or two to realize the hard work of your employees do for you. Just a day. You'll never forget it. Let me end with this reminder. We want to work, but we do mind dying. We, the unwilling, led by the unknowing, are doing the impossible for the ungrateful. Remember, from the bread box to the ballot box, this moment will be remembered on your next move for a lifetime. Thank you.
Thanks, Sarah. And Karen Johnson? There's Karen. Afternoon.
Karen Johnson, 33 Lakeview Drive, Carlisle. I request the following records concerning the mega site. A copy of the indication of interest for the All Ohio Future Fund with all attachments included. We've been trying to get this, and all the letters of support that Kim mentioned. In that application, it needed a required agreements with private property owners showing they're contributing to the cost of any upgrades made which benefit their property to ensure that public funds aren't used to justify and enrich them. We have not seen anything nor talk about that. I would also like feasibility studies and fiscal impact analysis for the mega site, including water, electricity, and sewer. We only know about a $200 million sewer. If there was a bond reimbursement resolution for the county to declare its intent to use bonds, as you did on February 13th, I'd like to see that for the $3.1 million cash advance for sewer engineering, and a copy showing the cash advance source and auditor certification of those funds. And I can write this down and send it to you. For years, Team NEO has been marketing land in New Russia Township as industrial, regardless of zoning and land use protections, land use plan protections, for the benefit of developer with the county's support. Which ORC statute authorizes this? The proposed sewer is sized for 10 million gallons per day, with the highest sewer users being chip manufacturers at 0.5 to 3 million gallons per day, but the airport area failed a previous test for suitability. This plan appears to carry extreme overbuild risk, which would not be financially defensible. What's the annual bond debt? What is it going to be, $7 to $8 million? Where's it coming from? Until you present a feasible plan with local buy-in, I request that you put the project on hold. The CHIPS Act is over. Intel is pulling back in Columbus, leaving communities in the lurch. Our federal government is buying Intel stock with the grant money that they gave to Intel to prop them up. You're here to represent the residents of Lorain County. Please do it and don't sell us out. Thank you.
Thanks, Karen.
Thank you.
And Karen, could you get that list over to Lee before you go? Okay.
I don't have the records.
Oh, no, I'm just saying you can get the public records information, just whatever she's asking for. Okay. Yep, I move that we go into executive session to discuss what the clerk mentioned and some potential legal. Can I get a second?
I'll second it.
All right, thank you.
Discussion.
I don't have a list, I don't. What's your name? Oh, Greg. I'm sorry, Greg. I don't have you on here.
Second on the list.
Did you fill out this paperwork?
Right at the door.
I don't have it.
Apologize, we don't have it.
Yep.
But you're
Go ahead.
you're
Go ahead,
welcome
Greg.
anytime.
Go
Thank
ahead,
you for
Greg.
speaking up.
Thank you. Greg Bancic, 551 Augusta Drive. 54 years in this county. Every day for the past 6, 8, 10, 12 months, it's been nothing but Cleveland news, local news, something that's going wrong with this county. Whether it's you guys in a fight with a union, a politician, or the last time I was at this meeting, calling out people in public session. Leaders don't do that. Leaders take care of their problems behind closed doors. My dad always told me when you're talking to someone, you need to look at them when they're talking to you. Mr. Gallagher, I appreciate you looking at every speaker today. The two of you, I don't know what's going on, but these people have very important concerns, and I agree with all of them. We have stood on that line, that strike line with those job and family services people. And you know what's sad? Some of those people are making more on strike insurance than they are in their daily jobs. Also, I will say this. Some of you know I'm a superintendent of schools and I get to the bargaining table. I will tell you what, I will not let it go this many days without talking to a union and shuttering them. I'd behind closed doors and take care of them because they are residents and they are doing very important work in this county. And I'll leave you with this. Do you guys know what a bingo card is that's completely filled? It's called blackout. That's as many times as you guys have made mistakes over the last several months. So it's time to start working for the residents of this county instead of yourselves and calling out people. Get behind closed doors and start working for them.
Thanks, Greg.
Thanks.
So I have a motion, right?
Commissioner
I second
Moore,
it.
Commissioner Gallagher,
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell.
All right.
Well, you can tell who's running, who's not running for office.
I just made a note.
Commissioners have reconvened from executive session.
Thank you, and we are adjourned.